Okay, Coach, we are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Miami Dolphins. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4.
Let's go. Let's do this. Okay, ready? 55 to Mike. Check. 55 to Mike. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
On first down, Swift. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Second and 11. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jakeem Grant, 76 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Mike 52, Mike 50. Express. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. 52 is the mic right here, over there, right?
Here's Carr to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. First carry for Josh Jacobs, pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
Check 49, check 49. Express. Kill it, motion me out. Switch, switch, switch.
On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So now first and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43.
Out, out, out. Deuce right, Chief. That's up. 5-2 is the mic. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Get down. 52's the mic. Hey, man.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Catch made, it's Moreau. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
52. They can't hang with us. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey. Kill. Mike 52.
They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Express. 52's the mic, boys. 52. Hey, they're scared.
Now Carr. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Carr gives her a shot, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And Elliott puts this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40.
Under 10. 10. SOS. Hey, Sam off.
Now Drake.
Check 50. Check 43.
They find some open field here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 36 yards on the play. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Spill. Mike 55.
Running, it's Drake. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
On 2nd down now, Swift. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Hit it. 55, Mike 55. Three buzz, three buzz, three buzz. Safe, safe, safe. Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go. 8 read. You're out.
They gonna need some therapy after this. Joker, 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 Joker. Showing up, showing up.
On 3rd and short, Drake. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. They come out here in the I.
Watch 55. Let's go one more.
Greystone travel.
Go get him. Go get him. Mike, 50.
Get it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. But the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10.
Jam, 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 jam.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. Devon Godchaux up to make the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 28-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Express.
Motion. 52 is the mic right here, over there, right? 52 is the mic.
To throw his car. He'll find his running back. It's Jalen Richard. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
New mic 52, mic 52. Here we go.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Looking deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
Kill.
Go Chief.
No. Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. Hey, watch the slant.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. It was Mike Hilton up to make the tackle.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
Now, 180.
Check 52's to Mike. Bring it. Bring it.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Carr, he's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
I got him. He's mine. He's mine. He's mine. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. Man out.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And that is incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Here's the Raiders punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 7. 12 yards on the return that time, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
You can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Go.
Motion.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Hey, Mike 50, Mike 50, Mike 50.
Ready?
They're going to look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Smith.
50, Mike 50. I got one.
Two.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
15-yard line.
What now?
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
We're good. 185. What?
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
At the 35-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Two times.
Throwing now is Carr. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
52's the mic right here.
Shotgun now for Carr. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Ready. 18 Gator. 55.
On deck, pump.
Go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Kill, turn up. Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Here we go.
What's on?
Mike 52, Mike 52.
On second down, it's Jacobs. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
You got him.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
Brings up third down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Throwing right, and that's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A third down gain of 19.
52. I got you.
On play action, now Carr. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down, Raiders.
Down. 180.
Pick it up.
Running is Jacobs. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Get him.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15.
Express.
52's the mic. Let's go, Heavy.
Now Carr. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And nothing but daylight ahead. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Coming for go on, snap.
Drake will start the drive on the ground. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On the ball.
Here's 2nd and 8. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, he throws that with any type of arc, gets a little air under, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami.
15 line.
Watch QB
Get it.
On 2nd down now. Swift.
Check 26, check 26.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
8 read. Yep.
Motion. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Pick it up.
Hey, orbit.
55 is Mike, guys. 55. You ain't going nowhere.
Hit it.
He'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Maher able to put this one through. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns. Now it's a 21-point game. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
After the made field goal, Maher back out there to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. The run on 1st down gets them a couple up to the 27. Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Carr now throw. And he'll find Moreau here. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland 1st down. Carr now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Jacobs now. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Blue draw Corkers. Speed Rivers.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go, baby. Turnover. Get that ball. Get that ball. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Leo. Ready?
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift.
Run.
He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
Go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right, yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
At the 19-yard line.
Hey, switch gears.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
Oh, yeah.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Carr going to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. Carr now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
And with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Here's Carr. He'll find his running back here, Richard. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
But it brings up fourth down.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. The Raiders do snap it. It's Carr. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
Ready, set.
Mike 55, Mike 55. You don't want it. You don't want none of that. Give me it. Pick up the ball.
On first down, Swift. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Right there.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. The 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Marr on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Now, 180. 180. We're good. 185.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
That's it, baby.
Minka Fitzpatrick on the tackle. It's a gain of a yard.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Get your swerve on. Check 3, check 3. Watch out, watch out.
Rock it.
Shift.
Let's go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. He'll have a first down past the 40. 27 yards there, a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's taken down inside the 30. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. That one, 28 yards on the ground. He was doing everything he could to get the 6 points, a little bit short, but still an excellent run.
And look at it from the defense's point of view. They could have given up on that play. They did not, and still were able to corral him. Now, they've got some work to do on this down coming up, but at least they're being competitive and trying to stay with it.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Let's go.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. From the gun, Carr. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
I'm going to hit you.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Dolphins, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get another home date next week as the Jaguars will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they're going to fall to 3-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.